shunning a lot of what people are chasing, and that was very attractive to us.
In some way, like last year, DeMARCUS is having this great season, and do you look at the fact that maybe he's in a winning situation as the reason? Because he had the fewest technicals that he'd had like in 6 years. And I think the easy way to say it, well, he's winning, it's a little bit easier. I mean, is there a correlation you think there?
Yeah, I mean, look, winning, in a winning culture, in a winning environment, I think we all behave a little bit better. And so sometimes when it doesn't go that way, it's tougher. Right? And so he has seen a side of the NBA a lot of our players have never seen. And so there's growth that comes with that. There's growth with being a freshman that leaves after his freshman year and comes to the NBA as a high pick and expected to lead a team as a 21, 22-year-old. That's an adjustment for anybody. And we all would go through that differently, I imagine. So he's kind of now at the point, I think, in his life and his career where he's seen the difficult side of playing basketball professionally in some ways. Although he's made a lot of money and done a lot of things, he wants to win. And that's why he's here. We want to win too. That's the focus. I had Tyreek Evans in Sacramento when I was an agent. You always seen, I don't know if you've ever interacted with him. I never had a bad interaction. And then with our players and things on the court, I mean, look, sometimes our guys are annoying too. So none of us act perfectly all the time. But I think getting buy-in, the day we signed him, the most important thing was to hear from our players and our coach that there was a willingness, a genuine willingness. Let's do this with this guy, and we'll be fine. And you know, the first time I saw him in person in Vegas, I think last week, the week before, I think there was an immediate sense of he's not about anything beyond winning and getting on board with what we're doing. And I think that's authentic. And so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how he acclimates to us. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some moments, but we might need some moments. I mean, you covered us last year. I mean, we need something different. Even though we won and finished the way we wanted to finish, there was some stale to our season. I don't think it's boring with this guy.
Character like that. Yeah, that guy would work in our life.
Yeah, I mean, look, our culture, what you build, your coach, our team. You hopefully are a place where it brings out the best in everybody, and including me, including everybody that works for us. And that's the hope with him, that we're going to see the best side of him. And I really believe that he's a very decent person, and I think that he wants to win. And again, I don't think you do what he did if you're chasing something other than winning. I don't know what the other motivation would be. It's not, I want to be an all-star. It's not, I want to average this or that. It's, I want to experience a side of the NBA I haven't got to experience with people that I respect and that have a similar talent level.
Hey Bob, the point you made in Vegas about the end game is to make sure he's healthy and good for the playoffs. But is there an ideal of how much integration time you would need with him before the playoffs?
You know, who knows what time, but I think certainly we'll have a few months, if not more, before the playoffs to get him acclimated to what we do, for him to get comfortable. So the goal is to have as much time as we can without rushing him back. There's no need to kind of throw him out there, which is what he even said. And I think maybe what was attractive about us to him was they're not going to, quote unquote, need me day one. But when he gets back, it'll be extremely exciting for myself, for him, for all our teammates, I think our fans, to see what that looks like. And I think it'll be great. I think it's going to work great.
You said you liked his personality. How would you describe his personality?
You know what, I think he's competitive, I think he's passionate, I think he's a little bit like Draymond in that he's very revealing in what he's feeling. It's right there on the surface. If he's upset, you're going to see it from 100 yards away.
He seems to be brutally honest. Maybe
yeah, but that, to me, give a team guys that need to be reined in rather than kicked. You know, a group of guys that are so passionate and competitive that you have to sometimes say, okay, that's enough. I've always said that about Draymond. I mean, those guys, you can overcome those deficiencies or faults, so to speak, if they are faults. Because if caring too much is a problem, well, you got to care if you're going to win in this league. You got to care more than the winning and losing has to matter more than a little bit. And I think by watching him, he really wants to win. He wants to compete, and I think that's the type of people we want here to try to get into the championship.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.